Hello, everybody. We're back for more clown shenanigans. But before we get to that, this is just going to be a watch party of all the It movies. Spoilers. We have a link tree. You can find all of our links there. That's Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. I think my DMs Guild's linked in there too, where you can buy some cool DMs Guild stuff and maybe even check out a domain that might pop up over the course of this campaign. Spoilers, I've designed this campaign where you all have to go to every domain anyway. It's going to be fun. We also have a link tree where you can find, I already just said that, we have a Tiltify where we raise money for Color of Change. You can check it out. It's a really great charity. Support it if you can. They do a lot of good for people of color. Hopefully our Sunday game will be back this Sunday. Yep. Next Wednesday, April 6th. Is it the 6th next Wednesday? Yeah! Is our year anniversary, basically, of the Wednesday campaign that's been going on, so come on out.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's fun.
This bitch is uncursed!
That's what you think. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about?
It's International Transgender Day of Visibility.
That's right.
Woo. So, shout out to that.
Yes, shout out to that. It's a really great thing to support. There's another charity that we support. I don't know if we still support it. I don't know if I can do multiple charities at once, but we did do stuff for the Trevor Projekt. I think we still are. I'm not 100%, but it's also a great charity. That is also a great charity, so check that out too if you can. And Rose should be here in next week, the week after. I don't know. You're stuck here until then.
Fuck around and find out.
So, last we left off, Thalia ditched you all at the carnival that they wanted to go to. You learned that the carnival is currently visiting the domain you were supposed to go to anyway, so I mean, that's fun. What can be said? You wandered around a carnival, played games, ate snacks, watched some sexy shows, got harassed by clowns. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of what happened. Asked around about Thalia's location. You got pointed to the ringleader's tent, Isolde. The tent looks like some action went on in it, and May followed tracks, and you discovered that the body of the ringleader had been buried in the Litwick Market, the area that Thalia told y'all never to go to if you found yourselves here. And yeah, found the ringleader's body buried there, and found Thalia in a little tent nearby, sleeping away. Eliott ratted out a kid at some point, has tried stealing some stuff. The kid got killed, presumably, and became another part of the professor's orphan army. And, yeah, eventually just ended up in the Litwick Market, inside this tent, ushered in by this individual with weird clothes and boils all over their face. You saw Thalia laying down, and looks like they were being taken care of by this individual. Like they had some wounds and whatnot that are being treated. And that's where we're going to pick up with the figure saying, as they're currently, like, making sure Thalia's okay, if the carnival finds out Thalia here murdered Isolde, they'll be executed.
Oh, did you see it? Was it Thalia that did this?
One moment. Thalia is currently conscious. Thalia just looks a little, like, kind of woozy and confused. This figure, like, hunches over to a cabinet, produces a handful of sweet yam tarts covered in chocolate, cinnamon, whipped cream, and toasted marshmallows, and hands one to Thalia. Thalia starts eating it. Well, that'll make you feel better a little bit. There doesn't appear to be anything hostile about what's going on between Thalia and this individual. It just seems like they're genuinely taking care of them. What did you ask? Sorry.
So you saw Thalia killed this person? It wasn't.
No, they're being puppeted. They're kind of walking, kind of like blank, and there was someone standing behind them, just kind of a man, kind of wispy, and she was dragging the body, buried it. But if the carnival finds out what Thalia did, they'll kill her. And Isolde, the one Thalia killed, isn't exactly the true leader of this carnival. She was originally the leader of a carnival known as the Witchlight Carnival. And the leaders of this carnival were a group of Shatter Kai known as Mr. Light and Mr. Witch. And while they're talking, they each hand you one of these tarts. Those of us Fae here in the Litwick Market have been following Isolde in this carnival in an attempt to ensure Isolde is returned to the Witchlight Carnival and vice versa. And they kind of cough up some phlegm into a nearby bucket, and the phlegm sparkles like glitter. There's really only one way to ensure your friend here can keep their head. And the best way to do that is to continue to blend in here at the carnival, play the games, watch some shows. When your friend Thalia is feeling better, we'll send someone to retrieve you, and we'll ensure Isolde's body isn't found until you can find our mistress here. Well, bring our mistress here. Mistress is the only one who can kind of set things right between this carnival and the other one. And it's the only way to really clear Thalia's name and get you all out of here safely. Our mistress is an archfey known as Zybilna. And as I said, is the only one who can kind of sort out this ordeal. She's the one who gave the carnival to Isolde. Well, the other carnival to Isolde. But then Isolde was like, I don't want this carnival anymore. It's making my vengeance. Kinda, I want more. I want vengeance. Bloodlust. Woo! And she encountered the previous leaders of this carnival, made a deal with them, and then escaped here into the domains of dread. This carnival. Isolde made a deal with Zybilna that should the two carnivals cross paths again, they'd have to, switch ownership. But Isolde's been purposely avoiding it. We were ordered to come here, set up the market, keep our mistress updated. But Isolde has been incredibly crafty and keeps avoiding things. And usually the carnival will stay in a place for a week or two, but now it's only here for she's only keeping it in places for a day or two. That said, since Thalia here killed Isolde, it's gonna make things a little easier, so we can do the old switcheroo. We can resurrect Isolde when our mistress is brought back, and everything will be fine. However, we can't leave the carnival, and normally we would totally tell the carnival that one of their own murdered someone, one of their own committed murder, just to watch the chaos ensue. But we can't do that to Thalia here. They killed someone we're not too keen on, and we want to go back home. And this is the only way to kind of do that. And you can see Thalia at this point just drifts off back to sleep like they're not fully recovered yet. And also because Rose isn't here. We can pull up some beds for y'all, and you can sleep since it's getting pretty late. It seems like Thalia here might not be in top shape for another day or so. But if y'all want to blend in, you should go see the show in the Big Top at sunrise. It runs until midnight, so that would be basically your whole day sorted, including the intermission that they have around the middle. And apparently they're doing audience participation this time around, so if you want to blend in, you should participate if you're asked upon, I suppose.
We asked earlier, but he said that there was no place, no hotels or places to sleep.
Well, yeah, the guests tend to not spend the night here. But the borders are closed. So, you're staying the night, looks like.
On the dirt.
No, I said I could pull up beds for y'all.
Oh,
How old are you?
I
You got wax build up?
What? Oh, maybe. I'm 72 years old.
Oh, that's just a baby.
Mostly he just doesn't like to listen when others talk.
What?
Exactly.
Just saying Talia here's fine, and they pat Talia on the head. But yeah, might be best to blend in so no one thinks it's like, oh, where does Isolde go? And they don't want them to, you don't want to get fingers pointing at you and get, decapitated.
Do we see Gregory anywhere?
Nope.
Could we just bunker down here if we weren't
Well, I said
too
I could
keen?
pull up some beds for y'all, so that would oppose that's here.
He's
I
just
meant
in the middle
during
of
the
this
blending process. Do we all have to be out there?
Yeah. They saw y'all come in. If one of you's missing from the group, it might be a little suspicious. The food's fine. It does not taint. It doesn't have fingernails in it. You can eat them. They're okay.
Yeah, Elliott's still holding that like pastry thing.
May's just like enjoying every bite of it, and they're just like,
Yeah, it's fine. It's literally what I said it was. Yeah. Yeah, sweet EM tarts covered in chocolate cinnamon whipped cream.
This is fantastic, by the way. Thank you.
I found it out back.
Yep. All right.
Found a whole
It's
box
gonna
of
hit
them.
me an hour later.
What are your names?
Oh, I am Professor Milton Bradley.
Eliott.
Genevieve.
Nah.
I'm
Everyone knows that.
I'm Gezu.
Gezu.
Gezu. Gezu.
Gezu. All right. So we can rest up now, and then we go.
Okay.
Back. All right. I'm glad you agree.
What's your number?
I don't know what that means.
Like when you want a good mattress, what number do you prefer?
I don't use mattresses.
What's your sleep number?
I don't have a sleep number.
I also do not have a sleep number. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I personally prefer a firm mattress, but that's just me.
I bet.
Honestly, any bed that I fit in, I am quite thankful for.
We have round ones.
All right. Ellie's gonna walk out of the building.
You're
Do you
not-
need
you're
help?
not
Late,
sleeping?
I don't sleep.
Where are you going?
Just standing right out here. I can hear you. I'm just right outside the door.
Watch out. Yeah, you can shop. There's trinkets and yeah.
You told me to watch out, and now you're telling me to go look for trinkets.
Well, you just stay in the market. The carnival people don't come here.
Well, that's good, right?
Except for
I mean,
Thalia.
Well, I'm gonna go browse.
Okay, Brian. So
Oh, that's my name.
he starts like pulling things out from like a junk pile in the back. Like he just collects junk and pulls out like a dog bed. And push that to the side. Pulls out like a shitty like moth-eaten futon, and it's like he hits the mattress, and it just sounds like he's hitting like a wooden board that's got like fabric on it. There you go, and pushes it towards Madeliene.
Wonderful. I'm gonna prestidigitation it and then read after very gingerly sitting down on it.
It's like sitting on a thick plank of wood that's got some fabric on it.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Looks over at May. Do you have preference?
Not really, child.
I'm older than you, I bet. And they pull like this. They pull out like, oh, they point to the dog bed. It's a pretty sizable one. Looks like it would fit like 8 mastiffs. How's that?
I've slept on worse, thank you. And how old are you? And May starts like fluffing it up.
It's rude to ask people how old they are.
Do you ask the professor how old he was?
Because I was curious, because she's deaf as fuck.
That's fair enough.
How old are you?
437 years
Yeah,
old.
you're a baby.
That is very nice to hear after many, many years.
Okay. Looks at the professor. What's your preference? Whatever. So, Eliott, you step outside.
Yep. I'll start.
You're in a shitty, rundown market with a lot of people just staring at you.
All right.
Weird trinkets all over the stalls. Like, weird shit. Like, really weird. Like, stuff
Eliott.
people normally wouldn't sell. Like, there's just, like, bloody rags on one table and, like, you know.
Okay.
There's also, like, yeah, just weird, a weird assortment of random shit that doesn't make sense. Like, who would buy this stuff? Like, you see, an empty wine bottle, like, just sitting on one of these. You see, what else? Let's just have some fun with it. What looks like a metallic implant that would go into a brain or a skull, like a skull plate. A piece of weird, just technology. What looks like a love letter that's been signed. A very tarnished signet ring. What definitely looks like poison. Like a really sweet, sugary smelling poison. Just an all sort of weird shit. Oh, there's a little jar. That's an urn. There's a coin stamped with a weird face on it. A bottle of spring, like a little vial of spring water with shit bits and stuff floating around in it. All sorts of stuff. Masquerade mask.
All right. Eliott's going to go to the weird technology. Does it look incomplete? Or is it just
It looks like a piece, like a
strange?
scrap of this technology.
Okay, he'll take the brain implant thing.
Hey, why you grabbing that? You gotta pay for it.
Can I not look at it first?
I'm gonna look at you.
Well, you look at me while I look at this.
What are you interested in?
Gifts.
I have many gifts.
Yes.
Yes. I specialize in what I like to call dangerous enigmas.
Oh, okay.
And both of his eyes start to go like this and look in opposite directions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want one?
Well, I'll probably take. I can
I can
look
also
into-
sell you lost memories.
of people that you know, or just in general.
In general.
Okay, no. Well, maybe actually. Well, think about it. Okay, so I'm looking
And
for a
love
gift.
potions, but that's a whole other...
I don't think I'm gonna have use for that.
Yeah, I usually drink them and stare at my hand.
That is very sweet. I do love your hand that much.
He
You
shows
should
you his
probably.
hand and there's like a face tattooed on it.
Okay. Not thinking too hard on that.
And there's like an actual like bit of the hand, that's the palm that's been carved out into a hole.
Oh, fuck off! All right, yes, very disturbing.
I measured the dimensions exactly.
Don't. Yes. Okay. So gifts for. I have friends that I wish to acquire some
Are
gifts
you sure
for.
they're friends? Anyone can say they're a friend.
It's a polite term that
Oh, and
I've heard
this person's
others use.
completely. I forgot to describe this person. Very gray skin, completely bald, with like wisps of hair, and their eyes are like literally bulging out of the sockets, and their lips are cracked, but also constantly like being licked to moisten them.
Making it worse.
What's your
No,
name?
I mean, Eliott.
Me too.
Anyone's? Oh, and that's a first. For a fey creature, are you a fey creature?
Who isn't?
Me. Should I be one? I'm gonna take that giggle as a no.
Okay.
Okay.
You were looking
Alright.
at the piece of technology, though?
No, I want the brain implant thing.
That's a mist talisman.
Which one? The brain talisman?
Both
The
of
brain
them.
or the? Oh. Do you know where they lead to?
Do you know where they lead to?
No, that's why I asked you.
Why do you want to know?
Well, we have a friend who apparently can traverse the mist, so maybe, good gift for her.
You don't need mist talismans if someone knows how to traverse the mist. They just need to know the place they're going to.
So this would be specific to I could use this.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, could I take how much for the brain implant?
We don't take money here. Or trinkets.
Do you have a preference of what you would like to take?
I like parts. I like memories, dreams, abilities. For example, I would love your ability to speak vowels.
I would like to keep that as well.
What about the ability to differentiate friend from foe?
It's kind of hard with the group that I'm currently in, but I think I'm figuring it out. What about this? And I'll pull out the soul coin. Do you know what this is?
No.
Well, there is a whole soul trapped within this thing.
Why would I want that?
Well, you said you liked memories and abilities.
I'm
And
not a
such like
devil,
that.
though.
You can't just pluck it out. Is that
No.
how that works? Oh. Okay.
Can I have your tongue?
Then I won't be able to speak.
Dude, you won't be able to speak.
You do a very good impression of me. Maybe that's what your talent
Can I have
is.
your lips?
No. You cannot
Nose.
have a body part.
Ears.
All right, I'm going to walk away.
Eyelids?
Ellie's is gonna go. He's just gonna
Okay,
walk
fine,
away.
fine.
Okay. What if I told you that I stole something from the carnival?
What did you steal?
I'll reach into the haversack and pull out the very expensive pink pearl necklace,
Yeah.
and I'll set it and I'll kind of give it a little, like a pendulum swing. Look, I don't think it'd be wise for me to keep this on my person, and
No.
yeah, and if you are none of the carnival goers or workers come out here, then I think it's pretty safe for you to have it.
Okay. From under their cloak for the first time, you see one of their hands come out, and their fingers are like a good 6 inches long. Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very cold and clammy, and they grab it, and they give it a big sniff, and they lick it. It's real. And they put it in their cloak, and they hand you what you were looking for. Both of them, the brain, like the skull, metal plate.
So, yeah, I just wanted the metal head implant.
Okay. Do you want to know where this leads to?
Sure. Actually, could you tell me where the other ones lead, and then that might actually help me
Yeah.
fully decide.
The implant and the technology go to the same place.
Oh.
These are the
that
only ones I have. Other people here sell other mist talismans, though.
Oh.
But this one kind of strokes the one you're holding.
Mm-hmm.
Leads to a place called Bluet Spur.
Bluet Spur.
Also known as the Domain of Alien Memories.
Oh, that sounds odd.
Boop. Boop.
Spur. Alien memories. All right. Well, thank you. I'll just take this, and I will be on my way. Thank you so much, Eliott. I appreciate your forwardness.
Good night. Sleep tight.
You as well.
Oh, I don't sleep. I stare.
That makes I don't stare, but all right. Anyway, he'll make his way back.
Okay. How quickly do the three of you go to sleep?
No, but he'll take time to
Okay.
wander. He has nothing else to do.
Okay. Well, Elliott's wondering, how long does it take for the three to fall asleep? Is the professor just as per usual instantaneous?
Yes.
Okay.
I would read for a couple hours, maybe. Perhaps stay up until Eliott returns just to make sure he gets back okay, and then sleep.
Okay. How long does Eliott plan to stay up for?
Yeah. What's the vibe of this? Like, it's like a little creepy.
The market?
It's a little unsettling. Yeah, people staring on odd trinkets and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eliott probably after an hour. Yeah, he would be back.
What's your passive perception?
15.
Okay. Okay. So Eliott gets back to. Oh, sorry, I totally blanked. I already forgot. How long did you say?
About an hour.
Okay. So yeah, after about an hour, Eliott would get back.
Yeah, I just nod as he comes in and put my book
Yeah,
away
as
and go to
Eliott
sleep.
walks in, what's your passive perception?
13.
Okay.
But I don't, if it matters,
Nope.
I can, okay.
All right. Eliott gets back. How quickly did May fall asleep?
Bay's just been sitting there playing with their playing card set. 'Cause that's what they always carry with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then playing like different like single player card games to themselves, and they would have offered Madeliene if they wanted to play.
Sure, I guess so. I'll put the book away. And join in for a bit.
So to start, Madeliene, it's a simple game. It's something that we used to play for pieces of candy and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm shuffling the deck, right? Like, I'm not trying to mess with you here, so I'm going to pick a card off the top, and this is going to be a poor example because you're going to win. You have to guess if the next card is either going to be higher or lower.
Probably higher.
Probably higher. Okay.
Mm.
And
Played
you were
this with my
right.
villagers earlier today.
I love Animal Crossing, okay? And then May just goes into her bag and picks out 2 pieces of candy and gives them to you.
Delightful. I love this game.
Would you like to play another round, dear?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let us see. higher or lower? I feel like this is also a poor example, but
Lower.
lower? Alright. They just shakes their head and goes into their bag and gives you 2 more pieces of candy. I mean, candy has always been a hit whenever I've been going to places. The professor doesn't seem to want any, or Eliott,
You
but...
kids want candy?
Oh lord. Well, the tarts were lovely, right?
Tarts were lovely.
Minivan.
How much did you bring with you? Candy, that is. You've given out a lot.
The thing is, I always have pieces of candy with me. That's just... There's about... I want to say 80 pieces left in the bag. 85 or...
My gosh.
Jesus.
That is impressive.
Hey, you never know when you just need to pick me up, right? It's a taste of home.
No, that's...
As the two of you are playing this card game and eating candy, you see something out of the corner of your eye in the tent with you. Standing, like, at the foot of, oh yeah, Eliott doesn't sleep, so Eliott would see this too. Oh no, this is well before Eliott gets back, right? Yes. You see something out of the corner of your eye standing at the foot of the professor's bed and just staring down at the professor.
What is it?
Just a kid.
Does it look...
Scraggly brown hair, kind of all messy and greasy. They're wearing like weird kind of ragged clothes, and they're just staring down at the professor.
Do they look corporeal?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Ugh, 8. The dice hate me.
Looks like a kid.
Yeah.
May.
Unnatural 20.
They're a little transparent.
You know, I really don't want to wake the professor because that will really scare him, but, maybe.
And then they kind of just like sit beside the professor and just start like patting the armor.
May's gonna like look at them and just kind of go like very like soothingly and motherly, like, "Are you lost?"
They don't seem to hear you. And then they just disappear.
Huh. You've heard the professor speak to the children in his armor, have you not? I'm not sure anymore.
Meta-wise, I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know if he's mentioned it to you yet.
Oh yeah, he's talked about the orphans.
Okay. Yeah. Since, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, when the last one joined. I've never seen it do that, but perhaps it's just some kind of strange side effect of the
Professor, you can
situation.
add because something happened in the carnival while you were all in here. You can add 3 to your max hit points.
Oh my god.
So, does he just go around collecting dead children?
You know, I'd thought that it was intentional at one point to put in... God, it sounds terrible. To collect the ones that he had. I didn't realize it could ingest others. I don't know.
But at this point that Eliott comes back.
I don't know, it might be a little morbid, but... Do you think they're at peace? Some sort of messed up kind of peace with him? Is it purgatory?
I mean... I can't imagine being trapped in a suit of armor is peaceful. There was to Eliott, there was another child here a moment ago and disappeared into the armor, so we're wondering if it is collecting more.
The professor always talked about, what was it, soul transference and such. So maybe it's a catch-all if a young enough soul is in the vicinity of the professor.
May, what's your passive perception?
11.
How old did this kid look?
5.
Oh, he's small.
Oh, God. Okay.
Elliott's gonna toss the brain implant thing to Madeliene.
What is this?
You are, you spoke about being able to move through mist.
Yes.
Apparently, the market is full of objects plucked from, I guess, different domains.
Just for
And
some...
this.
Go ahead.
Sorry. And this is from one of the domains. Did they say which one?
Blue Scepter? Alien Mind?
Bluet Spur.
Bluet Spur.
Bluetspur.
Bluet Just wasn't
That's
sure
not
if you
one
can.
I've heard of.
Yeah, if you can recall that, if you knew anything of it, but if not.
Well, I just need to. I think. I just need to know the name.
Well, there's one for
So-
you.
Thank you. I'll add it to my list.
I was going to.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
For my note keeping, Eliott, I want you to just say an item in your inventory that you're not wearing.
Wearing. Oh, geez. Okay, so not my equipment. So, I mean, I guess you can pluck from whatever you want. Have a physician's bag and have a satchel. I guess
Okay.
I could. Which one would you prefer?
We'll see.
Okay. I mean, I'm a haversack, but that would be
We'll
like.
see what happens.
Okay. The necklace is gone now. Okay.
Do you all attempt to get some sleep?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. Professor, you
Just
wake up.
for the record.
Professor wakes up feeling pretty good. A little healthier-ish.
For the record,
Yeah,
I sleep with
oh.
my bag under my head.
Okay.
Oh, the armor would have changed slightly.
Yeah.
Just like a little. It's got a spoiler on it now.
Nice. Eliott, as you're getting your belongings together for the day,
Mhm.
your healer's kit isn't in there.
No.
So you can remove that from your equipment.
Yeah, Elliot will be moving through things.
And as you're like looking, you can see on your physician's bag there's like a little oily, like tar-like substance of a handprint, very small handprint. Just
take account of everything, realizing what's missing. He is not happy. Alright, well, great.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning,
Good
Professor.
morning, Professor.
good morning, everyone.
Yep, you're still here.
Yeah, I watched you all sleep. Make sure you're safe.
Did
We
you
appreciate that.
notice a hand or a little oily creature?
No.
Do you know of any creatures like that that exist within
Yep.
this area? Do you know one that's exceptionally sticky-fingered?
Yep.
Will you tell me who they are?
Yep.
Alright.
And
Can you tell?
describes the individual with the bulging eyeballs.
Leaving it be, I can acquire another one. Alright.
Are you going to the big top to blend in?
Suppose so.
Cool.
Professor, just to let you know,
Oh, yes.
another child was added to your collection.
Hello.
Oh. Yes.
Hello.
Is it just the professor hearing that, or is
Yeah.
that in the okay?
You can hear the other orphans
Who's
go,
that?
shh, shh. He just woke up. He needs time to gather his energy. Oh, okay.
You know, this is an interesting discovery for me. This has not happened before, at least, I just bought this off of a door-to-door salesman. Know that it had these properties.
Sorry, there's an alarm going off.
It's the armor recharging.
Yeah.
Like the sun.
So, yes, quite interesting. Not sure what to make of it, but I shall add it to my notes on soul dynamics.
Dynamics, that's what it is.
Something
Not
ate me.
transference. Oh. Very unsuspecting.
What is your name?
Only Professor hears this voice, by the way.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, you see him kind of look up into the right, like,
What is your name?
Eliott?
Your name is Eliott.
Yeah.
There's another one named Eliott.
Oh.
Right?
Hmm.
What do you mean you were eaten?
I don't know.
Ask it if he stole something.
Did you steal anything?
I tried to steal some cotton candy, yeah.
Oh. Did it taste good?
Didn't get a chance to eat it.
Oh, that's too bad. All right, well, settle in. Get to know everyone quietly.
Some of them are really scary looking. Why do they look so scary?
I don't know what they look like.
They don't have skin.
Do you have skin?
Yeah?
That's very strange for us all.
But I can see, like, spirits. What my mom used to call ghosts.
All right.
Just some of them don't have any skin.
You mean like the skin was peeled off? Or...
It looks like when my dad would cook, like, roast meat.
Oh, yes. Do not fear them.
Okay.
They are quite nice, very kind, as far as I know. Though you should probably make friends with... if you see a big one. If there's a fighter in there.
Okay, and you can hear, like, footsteps. Weirdly, you can hear footsteps echoing down a hallway. As it's like it's looking for more people.
That's a one-sided conversation between
Yeah,
you and
yeah.
your spirits is
I
very,
was gonna say, is this out
very
loud?
It
disturbing.
has to be loud, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
The ghosts, though,
It's like
do not speak out loud.
Yeah, but hearing peeled off or removed.
It's like a very... This side of the conversation is like... I don't want to say wholesome because it's not, but like it's a different side of the professor.
Academic. It
Yeah.
sounds way, yeah, it sounds like the way a teacher would talk to you.
Yeah.
He,
I mean, he is.
he
He's a
has,
professor.
yeah.
All right, Doug, you're, are they settled in? Do you need to continue having conversations? It's going to be a thing in the mornings now.
The big. Ah!
Who's this?
Gezu
What?
is screaming for no reason.
All right, well, enough of this weirdness. Wait. More weirdness. Let's go, everyone.
Yeah,
Alright.
the best way for you to blend in is go to the big top, and if they ask you to perform, say yes. It'll just be audience participation. You don't have to make up your own act.
All right. Thank you for the help.
Can you
Gezu.
give me about 10 minutes? Elliott's going to
Hmm.
take his hairpiece out, fluff it out a little
Can I have
bit.
it?
No.
I'll give you mine.
He'll take his glue and start to gently apply it, very much like a hairpiece, so that it falls and lays flat over the eye in the back of his head.
I like your
Yeah,
eye.
so- Thank you. You just missed an extra spare that I had. I gave it away though.
Just stares at you, just with no like emotion. Just
Do you want my glasses?
no. I want your soul. All right.
Well, fortunately, and he'll walk out.
Just kidding. I'm here to help Thalia.
I'll follow Eliott without another word.
Talia's still on the bed.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I thought Rose was gonna be back.
No, I'm just making sure she didn't fuck off somewhere.
No, but yeah.
May's gonna
Through the
like,
entire ordeal, no Gregory to be seen.
Cool.
But you make your way towards the big top. It's sunrise, so the sun is just coming up.
Right, who's down to see what they serve for breakfast in this place?
You know, Professor, now that we're stuck here, well and truly stuck, perhaps you're right. Trying to enjoy our predicament much as one can. What of the snacks yesterday did you enjoy the most?
Oh. That
Besides the snake lady.
performance, Yes.
I knew it.
What a snack.
I meant the food.
Professor, she
Not
was
the
a
snacks.
full course meal.
Yes. No, the kebab.
All right then.
But that was the only thing I had. The only one of the snacks that I had.
As you're walking, you can see where you did get that snack. You can see there's another tent that's incredibly packed, especially for breakfast. It looks like this is an actual like sit-down dining tent, unlike the other one. And this one is called Miss Vanessa's.
Shall we?
I guess.
Oh yes. Let's go.
Okay. You step in, you can see people. It's packed with attendees. Like this is like it's sunrise. So sunrise here. Let's say it's 6 a.m. Bright and early.
Birds are chirping.
Yep, the bats are flying around. No, it's birds, like sparrows and stuff. But you can just see all sorts of people here. There's some carnival like people here, no one you recognize. And behind serving food, you see this almost red. You see like a dark red tiefling woman in her late 30s, flowing hair, and she's kind of just behind the counter cooking up all assortments of food. You can smell like eggs and bacon and toast and coffee and all that sort of stuff.
Well, they say when you travel, go where the locals go, and this seems like it, so must be good.
Hello, everyone. And you're next in line. What can I get you today for breakfast? You're new faces. Usually get familiar faces here at the carnival, but, hello.
Hello.
You know, I might just treat myself this morning. I'll have 3 eggs.
Do you want quail, chicken, turkey, ostrich?
I'll have 4 eggs, 1 of each.
Okay. Hands you a... I recommend ostrich eggs scrambled.
Oh, I just meant give me an egg.
Okay, she hands you a quail egg. It's like this big.
Yeah.
Hands you a chicken egg, normal size. Turkey egg is a little bit bigger. And then the ostrich egg, which is this big. 10 gold.
Oh, here.
And he'll start it off by just he'll start with the big one first,
Okay.
and he'll take his hand, his gauntleted hand, and go
Okay.
crack it, and then just
Cool. All right.
If you mix it like this, you
Horrifying.
get a nice little.
Little froth.
he'll do the initial he'll
Yeah.
do the initial slurp, foam over the top.
She'll look to the rest of you. And what else would you all like?
So is it like a full continental type of
Yeah.
selection of things? Do you have like a special where you put things together?
No.
Right. Eggs, toast, some kind of fruit or vegetable.
How would you like your
Not fussy.
eggs?
Over easy.
Okay. What kind of toast?
White.
Okay. What kind of fruit?
Pears.
That's what you get.
Oh,
Nice.
do all of you drink coffee?
3 silver. Looking at Madeliene.
I hand over 3 silver. I've been known to drink coffee.
Please.
Mhm.
How about you, Mai?
I've been known to have a couple cups.
Why are you interested in trying it, Eliott? I know it's not really your thing, but
What? It'll just be hot liquid that I get to pour down my throat. No, thank you.
right. 3 coffees, please, as well.
Okay. Any preferences to how they're made?
He'll just look at
How
everyone.
much sugar? How much milk?
Black for me.
Back where I'm from, we call it a double-double. 2 milk, 2 sugar.
Oh, a large double there, bud. All right, bud.
Oh yeah.
And you're given a double. 2 cream, 2
And
sugar,
A D&D!
And a
I
fucking
just drank at D&D.
2-6 on the side. Good.
and no Timbits.
We're going on a
Damn.
Tim's run.
Look to May. What do you want?
Do you have any suggestions?
Anything. It's all good.
What do you normally have for breakfast?
Whatever I'm in the mood for. Cereal. Eggs. bacon, porridge.
Can you do like a meat omelet?
Meat isn't very specific. What kind of meat? We have bacon, sausage, ham, chicken, turkey.
Honestly, I just kind of like all meat, and I leave it up to chef's discretion, to be completely honest.
I want to do one of each, a little bit of each.
Oh, that sounds quite delightful.
Starts cooking it up. That'll be 5 silver.
May hands it over.
And then who's all getting coffee? Okay.
Sweet.
So it pours you all coffees, and they're getting poured in like definitely like takeout cups. And on this side you can see a picture of another tiefling, a younger tiefling. Looks like he's maybe late teens, sitting like this, wearing this elegant outfit and a mask very similar to Thalia's, like a plague doctor-esque mask. And standing to his back, you see Thalia, plague doctor mask, and emblazoned on the side of the cup is the Ruby Riders. Here you go.
I look at the cup. Who are the Ruby Riders?
Oh, my children.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your children, both of them.
Yeah, Thalia and David, they perform.
Oh, we're dear friends with Thalia. It's so
Oh.
lovely to meet her mother.
Does that
Their
mean she's
mother.
here?
Somewhere we lost her.
That tracks. Oh.
Yeah. Well, if we spot her, we'll.
Here,
we'll
hands
say
all your
that-
money back.
Oh, certainly not. We want to support local business.
Okay, hands everybody else their money back
Is
except
it
for Madeliene, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, well, I assume you're going to the Big Top today.
Indeed.
Oh, yes.
David's performing a solo show, actually, in the evening after the intermission, but maybe if he can find Thalia, they can do their dual show, but I guess we'll see.
Indeed.
Huh.
What is your name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa, yes. The name of the... All right, yes. This is delicious. as he,
Tiefling,
pours
Tiefling,
a little bit of, yeah.
and then there's Thalia.
This is delicious.
It's
As,
Thalia.
as he pours a little bit of the egg into the coffee, and
That's a thing.
Yep.
That is an actual thing. Makes the coffee like frothy. Yep. It's also how you make fucking whiskey sours. So, minus the yolk. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the Big Top. I hope you enjoy your food, and it's all given to you in like environmentally safe packaging.
Like newspaper folded up and like.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
Or
Thank you. And
glass.
it's a pleasure.
And then you can see someone's like, you hear some guy behind you. Are you guys done talking? I gotta get food.
Yes.
There's other
Are
people in
you-
line.
Oh, there's a line.
And you turn around and it's just a dick of a guy. Just looks like an asshole. Human. And he's with his wife who's just arms crossed and she's glaring at all of you and she's just like tapping her foot on the ground. Her hair is all like kind of spiked up a bit and short. It's like frosted tips. She's just like, basically she's 100% looks like a Karen.
Elliot's
And
gonna
you're calling
pull
me
out...
a Karen earlier.
Elliot's gonna pull out
A knife
20
and
gold
stab them.
pieces.
Oh, cool.
and he's gonna set them in front of Vanessa. This should cover everyone except those two's meals. And we walk away.
Oh,
Yes.
and you can see other people in line go, cool. And
Yeah, they're with us. Y'all can come ahead.
and
Come on.
as you're walking past, the guy goes to grab you. The dick of a guy goes to grab you by like your scruff of your neck. Just
No, he'll do it. He'll let him grab him.
Why aren't you buying food for me, you little dick?
The professor gets really close.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What? What?
Can Eliott attempt to make a shove attack at this guy?
Yeah,
so
go
he's
for
going
it.
to attempt to he's going to go up with a thrust to the throat, but his foot is going to catch the back of the guy's
Can we say
leg?
that
Oh, you
the
have
professor
advantage.
was
You have-
doing the help
yeah.
action? Yeah.
You have advantage because he's like distracted by this weird old man sucking on an egg. Just like,
So the guy needs to make. Oh, this is not great. The guy needs to. It's a contested acrobatics or athletics against Elliott's
all right.
athletics.
Good thing
Ooh, I
this dude's
forgot
just a commoner, right? So
that. Yeah, well, we'll see. With Elliott's +1.
8.
Oh, okay, 15.
So you go to shove him.
Knock him on his ass.
Yeah. What
And
the fuck?
he's going to. He's gonna hit him non-lethally. Just knock him out. Try to knock him out.
Okay, make an attack with advantage.
Fighting at the carnival?
He's in the process of
God.
like getting up, and you can see he's struggling. He's just like, what the fuck?
All you have to do when someone's doing that is just lightly put your foot on their ankle, and they can't get up.
Yep.
It's impossible.
I'm gonna say bonus action, but it's not. It's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Knocked out. And then the wife turns to you. I'm gonna call management on this carnival and get you thrown out.
She stole something. She's a thief. And now she's gonna walk away.
Deception check. Do you put something on a person as you're walking by to
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
No modifier.
Oh my god!
You can see Vanessa. You can see some stagehand, some carnival workers come in and they grab her. Interesting. And they start like looking through, like they just start frisking her in the middle of this breakfast place.
Can he, one of the people he'll lean in and say, I saw her at the Litwick Market selling a pearl necklace.
We got reports of a pearl necklace being stolen.
Well, there it is. Don't remember the guy's Eliott. You look for a guy named Eliott out there if you go out there.
They take her away and she's like, what? I
But
didn't
he
steal
said his name
anything.
was.
I didn't steal anything. And she's like being dragged away. And then the guy's just like, and then they just start dragging him away too, the unconscious guy. And you swear you can hear a giggle from somewhere nearby.
Oh, Terry, leave me alone, Terry. Leave me alone, and I will feed you endlessly.
Terry approves.
Well, have a good day, everyone.
Everybody's getting their breakfast, huh?
Sorry, Vanessa. Yes.
The
But
unlikely
yes,
friendship.
he put down
Elliot and
20
Terry.
gold pieces to cover the cost.
Yeah. But you make way over to the big top.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I'm assuming food's allowed in here.
Yes. That's why you were given takeout containers.
I just wanna make sure.
As you get there is there's someone hunched over, like trying to like contain themselves in this booth to take coins, and it's Terry. He's like like hunched up in this booth. He's a little too big for it.
Oh, like he's fattened?
No, like he's just too gangly
big.
for it.
Oh,
Um,
I thought he's
Yeah,
just
I was thinking the same
he's
thing.
been
too. I was
But
like,
feeding.
he is doing this with a toothpick, and he sees you all approach. Eliott, hello.
Hello, Terry. Did you
You're
enjoy
my
that?
best friend now, Eliott.
Mm. Good.
I assume you all want to get into the big top.
Oh, yes.
It's usually 3 copper pieces to get in, but because you're friends of Eliott, you can get in for free.
Oh, that's so
You're not
sweet of
going-
you, Terry.
You're not going to get in trouble, Terry, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay. Thank you.
I am the trouble.
You No, I do not doubt that. Thank you again.
And he like snakes one of his long arms out of the booth and like lifts up like I don't know the name of it. Like the little things that have it like clubs you lift up.
The red velvet rope.
Yeah, the red velvet rope. Lifts it up, and you all can enter the big top.
Oh.
He's gonna offer Terry a candy.
Oh, dessert! And just he keeps having trouble like getting out, so he elongates his finger and thumb about a good like foot and a half out, and just and then just wrapper and all.
Waste not.
And you all enter.
Oh, yes.
Eliott, you feel a little pat on your head.
You know,
It makes like
Terry
that wet
is-
pickle sound.
Oh god.
Is it Terry? I imagine it's Terry patting. my
Yeah.
head. Okay. Give them a thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh,
Holds
he's
your
the worst
bald
for doing
head.
wet willies.
Ooh. Even though I know
Uh,
where they're coming from.
But you enter this massive tent, and a huge collection of people have filled up seats here in the big top, which looks like it's been set up for a variety of different acts. As you can see, other people you've met around the carnival gathered here in seats. You can all find a seat. You want front row, back row, wherever you want. You don't even have to sit together. So wherever you want.
Yeah. May as well front row, right? You
That's
enjoyed your
fine.
snake show at the front?
That
Yes.
was a very good show.
Oh, yes.
Does that increase the chance of being called on?
Also,
I mean, if she called upon me, I would not hesitate.
if,
Yeah,
if Thalia's stories are accurate, there will be some trapeze stuff, so being too close would mean that we wouldn't have a good view.
So mid row, mid range.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. In the mid row, you can see the guy who Eliott knocked out by himself,
No, how about we go somewhere else? That is.
and he's just staring ahead vacantly, kind of drooling a little bit.
Honestly,
Oh,
I'm surprised he's awake.
Bygones be bygones, yes. We'll just sit with them and
Professor, I got his partner.
what?
Okay. No. Yep. If you let's go sit there then. Yes.
Yes.
You sit between me and him. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
He just sits there staring ahead, drooling.
Mm.
Professor, can you pat him and tell him to scoot down a little bit?
Would you mind scooting down?
Of course, yes. Apologies. And scoots down.
Well, thank you.
Just
Hoping the
completely
professor
like
patted him.
just no motion. Just yes, of course, yes.
He's been whipped.
He's just drooling.
That's a good lad.
Thank you.
So, what is the like? So in big tops that I picture, they're circular with like a circle stage in the middle.
Yep.
What is this one like?
Exactly like that.
Okay. Is it quite full at this point?
Yeah, it's packed.
Nice. And this is exciting.
Yes,
I don't know
lots
if
of
I've been to
people.
a show quite like this.
It's very loud.
There's a kid like a couple seats down, just staring at you, all going, "Oh." Oh." You know, kids do like to like grip the back of their seat and just stare at people behind them. That's what the kid's doing.
So there's
I'm
another
gonna-
one.
Make sparks happen.
Oh!
And then butterflies.
They start like crying.
I make a flower. It's an illusion, but it's a flower.
Witch. And then just turns around.
And disappears.
Um,
I thought kids liked me.
And you can see the half giant, literal half giant, like half giant, half. Anyways, Hermos, with his 12-foot tall gait and stature, approaches, steps into the center of the ring, wearing a nice little outfit, and waves his hands, causing the tent to go incredibly dark, save for a few floating ethereal green flames. Just. Welcome, one and all! We have a wonderful surprise in store for you tonight, huh? Not only will you see some standard performances, we will also, for the first time, be open to audience participation for a select few as well. He starts clapping, and everyone, you can see people in the audience going, oh fuck, audience participation? There's like nervous glances around, and then everyone else starts to join in the applause, like, I don't want to go on stage. Suddenly the room changes, and in a blink, the stage has been replaced by a dense jungle plant life that strikes you all as familiar. The air becomes incredibly humid, and filled with the sounds of buzzing insects and jungle birds. No longer on the stage, the disembodied voice of Hermos echoes throughout the big top. Hailing from the deadly jungles of... wrong domain that I have written down. Lycan. That's where Hominep is. Celessa the Snake. A collection of individuals shout, holler, and whistle from the audience, and you look around, mostly men, while the rest give way to applause.
May just clapping super fucking loudly.
Hundreds of snakes begin filling the tent, slithering out of every nook and cranny of the big top, over feet, out of people's belongings, like out of people's pockets. You can see a kid eating popcorn. One just comes out of the popcorn. He's like, ah! Throws the popcorn. Suddenly, along with the screams and shouts, a massive red flower begins to bloom on stage, and Celessa steps out from it. A handful of stagehands begin wandering around, handing what appear to be some sort of raincoat to everyone in the crowd, no matter what row they're in. My sideshow affairs tend to get a little messy. But this one, well, you're in for a shock. She smiles and steps down off the stage and walks through the crowd. She starts walking through the crowd. An aroma of sweat, what can only be described as perfume, like a floral perfume, and a hint of musk, similar to that of a snake. She begins running her hands along the shoulders of a select few individuals in the crowd, walking slowly and looking almost everyone in the eyes. I'm going to need a volunteer. Do any of you volunteer?
May does!
Okay.
Without hesitation.
Okay. She grabs you by the hand and begins leading you toward the stage, weaving you through the crowd and sudden jungle. Kids are like, wow, a werewolf!
May is just like heart eyes, like
Okay.
she's just like, ah!
She leads you up onto the stage towards this massive jungle tree whose bark is covered in stains of crimson all down the sides of it. She raises her hands, and the hundreds of snakes of various shapes and sizes begin slithering towards the stage and towards the two figures now standing atop it. Each snake takes up points around the two of you and begin forming a circle of writhing serpents. The hissing grows louder, and you can see each snake begin to bare their fangs, most of them dripping with venom. The dance is simple. Through our dance, I will entice my beauties into not turning our beloved participant here into a delicious morsel. But should we miss a step, and she fakes a stumble, and a snake lunges towards May, but stops short before slithering back. There's loud gasps in the audience, and one kid goes, "No, not the werewolf!" And Celesta smiles out at the crowd. "Oh, they'll be fine, just as long as they ensure we don't fail a step." She turns on the spot and faces May. Gets within touching distance, inches away, leans in close and whispers into your ear. "It will hurt should they bite, and most certainly draw blood. But the audience will get a performance either way. Do well, and I'd like to see you in my tent for a few minutes during the intermission. Alone." She leans back and grips onto your waist. The lights go down around the tent, complete darkness, and only the stage and false jungle is illuminated. A song erupts from the edge of the stage from a few stagehands in raincoats playing tambourines, a trumpet, and a flute. I need May to make either acrobatics, athletics, or a performance check for the first step of the dance.
I will
How
do.
good are you at following?
I will do athletics.
Okay.
22.
Okay. The first step of the dance goes perfect. She spins you around with ease. And she starts to, like, it's almost like she slithers across your form. And then she dips you, like grabs onto your back and like dips you and then pulls you back up.
Oh, she's a strong lady.
Yeah. And now we go into step 2. Same thing as before.
Athletics. Yep. Athletics. Athletics. Don't fuck me. Okay. 17.
Okay. Dips you down again. She's making the checks too. You both have to succeed. So
Oh.
she dips you down, and you can see she struggles with your weight for a second. And some of the audience are here for this, not for the dance. You all see that everyone in the audience, May, you're enthralled with this dance, I imagine.
Oh, 100%.
Focusing on this. Everyone in the audience sees a 10-foot-long hooded cobra get extremely agitated. And as the dance gets a little more slightly complicated, you do see Celeste struggle with the weight, but she plays it off like she means to struggle. Looking out at the crowd, we're here to see the snakes perform. There is no rolling to hit because you're in the middle of the dance, you're distracted. So, May, you take 3 piercing damage and 2 poison damage as this snake lunges at you and bites into you. What does this look like? How does this failure of this step look for?
So,
Yeah.
I imagine as, like, May's getting dipped down and the snake comes around, I imagine that it bites her either on the arm or the leg, but May is used to having to inflict damage for her, like, stuff. So it's more like surprise. So she's just like, she lets out like a gasp, like, oh my god, she wasn't expecting that. It's not like a pained cry. She's just like, like, oh,
And
like,
as as that happens, you can see flowers growing from the ceiling of the tent and just spray blood into the audience.
While they're dancing, you guys, if you look over, would see the professor kind of like almost like in his seat, kind of slithering along the dance. Like he's kind of into it, but he's like reserved. But
Okay.
you can see him just kind of wiggling very loosely, like looser than you're used to seeing him
Okay.
carry himself. Yeah.
he's having fun.
So, for the third step of the dance, everyone in the audience sees a couple of massive, normal size, not massive, pythons just start slithering towards two of them. And they're the ones that are getting agitated now. Another round of checks for May and Celessa. Okay.
21.
Okay. She spins and starts leading from behind. Like holding you from behind. Yeah. And you see the pythons. This is moment, May. You see these two pythons getting ready to strike, and then they calm down and slither away. Step 4. The music begins to get faster and more intense, as does the dance. Sounds of thunder begin to echo through the tent, and you can hear every single snake in here begin to get more agitated. And as this is happening, an anaconda coils forward and just stares at May. Doesn't lunge, just stares, and is twitching with anticipation. Next check, please.
Oh, God. $17.
17. Okay. You both got 17. The anaconda relents. And it don't. And it slither... No. And it slithered away into the...
That anaconda don't want none.
Yeah, and it slithers into the jungle. People are getting kind of bummed out. You can tell some people are just here to see blood, and it's only happened the once.
Are any of the snakes coming near the professor?
No, they're all on the stage now.
Okay. Darn. Okay.
However,
I was going to see if I could do anything.
as the fifth step of the dance begins to come into motion, snakes begin joining members of the audience and hissing loudly from the stands. The music is almost racing in terms of its tempo, and the thunder is like a heartbeat. 2 more anacondas join the previous, and there's now 3 trembling with anticipation towards May. You can see stagehands at this point motioning for people to put on the raincoats if they haven't. Some people are just not wearing them. They're drenched. They're like, you might want to put your raincoat on now.
The professor just takes off his armor.
Okay. Professor's raw dogging it. All right. Cool. All right. And yeah, there are snakes in the audience now just slithering through the crowd and everything. Hissing, being agitated, being mean.
If there's a big one, the professor would like to do their at-will innate spell casting of animal friendship on the snake.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll just go ahead and read it. The spell lets you convince a beast that you mean no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for 24 hours. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell ends.
Okay. So, like, you have this currently, like, coming around you is this albino python. And you can see
pretty one.
It's just there hissing at people. Wisdom save. 8.
Fails.
Charm free for
He'll
charm by you
say,
for 24 hours.
Aren't you a pretty one?
And he'll hold out the quail egg for it to take,
He takes it.
and he'll kind of have it like come up onto him, and
Okay.
he'll just kind of, you know, have it be a part of his thing for a bit.
Okay, cool. Athletics check from May, or get bit by 3 anacondas at once.
Oh!
Oh, she failed as well.
Can I try to take all of the hits for her?
The snakes are only going to go after you. They're not going to go after the handler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean.
You
Like,
were
she's just
already the
like,
target.
Yeah, the snakes.
I am just like,
the snakes aren't.
take me.
The snakes aren't interested in attacking her. She's tamed them, but she's not holding them back, because the audience also
Yep,
likes if there's
yep.
blood. Now there's 3 anacondas biting you at once. Just.
Blood.
You take 11 piercing damage.
You know it's worth it. It's so worth it. It's
And-
so
Not
worth it.
poison damage.
Not only
wait.
does torrents of blood jettison out of the ceiling flowers, the flower that Celesta walked out of just sprays out like a fire hose into the crowd. And people are just soaked through. And it's like, people are like, oh! So people have their eyes or mouths open, just completely just like, oh! And it's actual blood.
The professor just dripping albino snake over his shoulders, just looks over at Madeliene and Eliott.
The raincoats do not help. They help a little,
Oh,
but
no.
not a lot.
I will magic myself clean and look to Eliott. Do you want to? Yeah. I'll do that. I won't even bother asking the professor. He looks delighted.
As you're cleaning the blood off yourself, everyone in the crowd just stares and just looks at you with just like, what are you doing?
You're
That's
not
part of
supposed
the
to stand
fun.
Ah. Yeah, that's fair.
So I will mark that down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Back to the act. The final step of the dance. Most of the snakes seem to slither back into the jungle. And everyone's like, oh, is it done? People who haven't been here before are like, oh, it's done. Aw. However, the largest snake any of you have ever seen begins coiling down from the top of the tent and down that crimson-stained tree. An 85-foot-long serpent, jet black with 12-inch-long fangs. It lets out a hiss so loud, anyone in the first row can feel the bass from this hiss in their chests. It is just deep and menacing.
Like a bassy hiss.
Just like really low that it rumbles inside people. The stagehand motions for the audience to keep their raincoats on. One more check for May and Celesta.
Wow.
17 again.
17 fails.
That's just been my lucky number tonight.
This
apparently.
massive snake lunges towards May, bites May, and picks May up in its jaws, and just shakes May around like a rag doll.
Oh, delightful.
Uh-oh.
It's a good show.
Uh-oh.
24 piercing damage.
Ew.
So, hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
what if I'm unconscious?
Then you're unconscious.
Okay.
And you can see a torrent of crimson spray out of May's neck while they're being shook around, and blood is like shooting out of everything at once. All the flowers on the stage are now jettisoning blood, all the flowers on the ceiling are jettisoning blood, and blood is also jettisoning out of the raincoats from the interior of the raincoats. Just
This is hell. This is
and
hell.
it gets to the point where now it's just like a blood rain that's coming down, like, and the stage is maybe like a couple inches of blood just flooded this entire tent.
This is breakfast, guys. This is before 10 o'clock.
May hits the stage with a thud, and then
The blood puddle.
Celesta bows and the curtains go. And May, as you're laying there, you're brought to consciousness with Celesta pouring a potion down your throat.
hope
go.
I didn't ruin your act.
Oh no, they came here for blood.
And they got much blood.
And you heal back to full, basically.
Oh, fucking min.
And I'll see you in the intermission. And the curtains open again. You can see she lifts May up, and they're both standing on stage. And the blood is all gone from the theater now. The snakes have all disappeared. She kisses May on the cheek and brings May in for a bow in front of the audience. Just
Delightful. Delightful.
And she motions for May to head back to their seat.
May, like, after that, like, cheek kiss, she kind of, like, you know, when, like, you're flabbergasted, like, that little, like, stumble at first, and she just, like, goes back to the group and just, like, sits down, and they're just, like, in their food, just like, oh my god.
And as... oh, yeah, go ahead.
When Celesta guides May back to their seat, what... I have a Python thing like going on. Is there any reaction?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. That's good enough.
Play it cool.
As Celesta steps off the stage and takes her seat up with the other members of the carnival, the jungle quickly vanishes and the big top returns to its original state. People who are soaked with blood are still soaked with blood. And then there's a snap and everyone is magically clean again. And the kid who's been staring at goes like, "Ah, you should have waited."
Listen, we all have our things.
He's been with us since the early days. You know him for his long arms and lovable demeanor. But he's also an incredibly talented magician. Terry the Tickler. The audience absolutely explodes with applause as the stage is transformed into something straight out of a toy box, but also a nightmare. It's lined with a rocking horse rocking by itself, an incredibly creepy wooden doll playing a pipe organ, and other strange toys that just seem sentient and aware. Colorful banners and curtains begin cascading from the top of the tent, while the sounds of chaotic carnival music and disembodied children's laughter can be heard from all around the tent. Balloons of various colors begin hovering beside each person in the audience. Specifically, as you notice, the balloon next to you is of your favorite color, if you have one.
What a wonderful trick.
The balloon next to Eliott seems the largest, however. And you can see Terry's face pressed up against the inside of it like he's inside the balloon. It pops, and everyone cheers at Terry's arrival, who is looming over Eliott. Who wants to play?
Are you asking for a volunteer, Terry?
Eliott, you volunteer!
Yeah, I would have.
Grabs Eliott by the hand. Follow me, Eliott.
Right.
Everyone's clapping. And he positions you on the stage. Right in front of the doll who's playing the pipe organ. The doll just looks at you and waves, and then goes back to playing. Okay, Giro, play faster now. Yeah, that's right. He reaches into one of his many pockets and produces a deck of grime-coated playing cards and fans them out, showing them to the crowd. He turns the cards towards Eliott and tilts his head to the side. Pick one, don't tell me what it is.
Eliott will slide his fingers across and back again.
Yep.
He's gonna look like he takes one, he's going to attempt to do a little bit of his own hand magic, I guess you can say, is where he'll look like he pulls one from one side, but he's going to pluck it from a different area.
Okay. No check involved.
Okay.
So you're taking... Are you taking one card?
He's just taking one, but it looks like he pulled from, like, let's say the
cool.
left-hand side, but he's actually pulling from the middle. A 3.
3 diamonds.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say it or not.
Don't say it. Yeah, he just shows you the card.
Cool.
Or you look at the card. Put it back!
Alright. He puts it back.
He then immediately shuffles the deck and draws the top card. Was this your card?
No.
Lets out a frown that seems unnaturally big and draws another one. Is this it?
I'm not going to lie to you, Terry. It's not.
Third time's a charm. He then opens his mouth unnaturally wide as his lower jaw hits the floor and sinks his arm nearly elbow deep into his throat. And he laughs while doing so, choking, and at the same time produces a card.
I imagine tears.
Oh, no tears. He's happy the entire time.
No, I mean, like... Anyway.
And pulls out the 3 of diamonds.
There's no gag flex, do they know?
That's... Wow. Terry, that's it.
The audience roars with applause, and Terry shoves all the cards back in his pocket and skips over to an upright wooden coffin covered in scorch marks. He wheels the coffin over, which squeaks loudly on rusted wheels. He spins it around, showing it off to the audience, and opens it with a... Inside!
Alright. He'll get in.
No assistance!
No.
It closes it. Once you all see Eliott step inside, Terry begins slathering the coffin in some sort of fluid. Like a thick, viscous fluid. He taps the lid 3 times. And Eliott, you watch as 3 intricate locks manifest inside the coffin and lock it shut. Let's see if they're a good magic partner. Terry then conjures a torch from thin air and lights the coffin on fire. And as he does, screaming begins to fill the air of the tent. And it sounds like Eliott is screaming, as if they're being burned alive. And he's just dancing on the stage, doing cartwheels and backflips. People in the audience are freaking out, and a few people attempt to rush towards the stage that haven't been here before, but are met with a sort of arcane barrier. Eliott, inside the coffin, you're not screaming, like the enchanted voice outside that you can hear, which is yours, but you can feel it getting hotter. And as you look around, you can see numerous scratch marks all over the interior of the coffin, like people were attempting to claw their way out. You can see a string suspended from the roof of the coffin with a lockpick tied to it, and you notice you're currently missing all of your belongings.
Oh, lovely.
I need you to roll initiative.
Okay. I don't think I get anything with initiative, do I?
Justin, this is awesome.
I really don't think I do.
Like, this is really cool.
This is the best!
Oh no! My initiative failed me.
Okay. What'd you get?
5.
5. Wow, the coffin gets to go first. That's cool.
Great!
You lost to a
Inanimate
coffin.
fucking object.
Alright. Alright.
Alright.
Eliott,
Mm-hmm.
you take 4 fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah, scratch marks all over the inside of this thing. You look down, there's just fully taken off fingernails littering the bottom of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Oh, he is going for the string and going to pull it,
Okay.
and he is gonna go for the bottom lock first.
Okay. Thieves tools check. This lockpick access thieves tools.
Okay, good. I have proficiency with those. I should probably do a skill for that. What's that? Thieves tools. I do a sleight of hand? I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
modifier.
Sure.
Okay. 25.
The first lock picks and disappears. And you hear a voice inside the coffin go, "Good job, Eliott.
It's fucking hot in here, Terry.
You did better than us."
You're not fucking Terry.
No, it's another voice inside. Yeah.
Am I the professor?
You hear, and you see everyone outside just sees Terry dancing around. Oh, hope everyone likes barbecue. Oh. All right.
Okay.
That's your action. You can't really do anything else. Just
Nope.
no way other way out of the coffin, but this way. Haha. 3 fire damage.
Fire damage. All right.
Here you go again.
Okay. He'll go for the top lock.
Yep.
All right. Oh, fuck off. 14.
14 does it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't burn like us, Eliott.
Yes. I'm trying not to. But
And only like how many seconds have passed? 6, 12, 18 seconds have passed since Eliott went into the coffin, so that's long for an act like this. And you can see some people like looking at each other nervously, like. And the screaming now has stopped. The enchanted screaming, and people are just like, "Uh-oh." Ooh, 9 fire damage for the third one.
I imagine we're all of us are like going.
He's probably fine, right? Terry wouldn't hurt him. He just gave him a snack.
Just slowly chewing the food and just watching, like, this is
The food is like
the
soaked
act.
through with the spray too, and so with the
Oh, yes.
coffee.
Bye.
A little
May.
bloody, it's okay.
Right, May, what happened? Because it looked like you got eviscerated.
Oh,
Was that all for show? Was it, or were you actually getting hurt?
oh, Professor, it hurt like a bitch, but wow, it was amazing. I'd do it again.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Elliott's burning
oh
alive.
no! Oh no!
Eliott,
Okay.
it's one more lock left.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try again. He's so fucking. Oh, it's a 10.
Okay. Eliott, you suck.
Okay, you're fucking dead. I'm not. Shut up. Fuck.
2 fire damage.
Shit. He's gonna try again.
You can see the locks are starting to grow red. The remaining lock is starting to glow red hot.
Oh. 8.
What?
8.
8. So you're like picking the lock and you can kind of see the lock pick starting to like.
Fucking bend a bit. Shit. Get it out.
7 fire damage.
Go. Fuck off. All right.
Eliott does not perform well under stress.
No, he does not.
And then Terry's like, "Oh, I wonder how they're doing, everyone."
Fuck. Okay. Shit. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna. He's gonna try to do it again.
Okay.
That's not great. 16. Shoulder
Okay.
checks.
You go to
Out
shoulder
the
check
door.
the lid of the coffin, and you come out from behind the curtains.
What the fuck?
And as you're breaking out of the coffin, you can see children's souls attempting to crawl out of the interior woodwork as well.
He'll close it back.
Before you step out from behind the curtains, nowhere near the coffin.
Oh.
And you look over and you see Terry's visible disappointment. Nobody else can, just you. And then Terry smiles and hands you back your belongings. I'd like to thank my friend here for helping me out today. Enjoy the rest of the show. And then he cartwheels off stage and takes up his seat with the rest of the carnival members.
Eliot's going to...
And in your belongings is a potion of supreme healing.
Okay, he will take that.
10d4 plus 20 if you drink it.
10d4. No, he's not going to drink it. He's okay for right now.
Okay.
Ooh. Eliott. Good job, I think.
That was amazing, Eliott.
You must
Eliott.
tell us,
Like
how
magic?
did you... Yes. You must tell us, how did you get behind the curtain?
I have no idea. That was...
You just see Terry staring at Eliott.
He... If given the chance, I think he would have gladly consumed the soul. I don't know. I'm not... Good luck whoever else is going out there to volunteer, because that shit is not fun.
The stage reverts back to normal, and you just hear everyone make perception checks as the stage is disappearing.
14.
14.
18.
18. Eliott, you hear a distinct voice just coming from the puppet on stage as it goes, oh fuck, not again, and then disappears. Hermo steps out once more. We'll be taking our first intermission of the night. So those first two acts were just... There was more there that just, we assume, happened. We'll resume in an hour at 6 p.m. with the second half of the show. The entrance to the big top opens and people begin milling out. Get some drinks, snacks, and play some games if you haven't. And he hurries off stage to start preparing for the second half of the show.
May about to get a snack and play a game.
Yeah, May is about to go hopefully get a snack, and she's just gonna stand up, brush herself off, and be like, I'll meet up with all of you, all right?
Okay.
Be safe. Whatever that means.
And May's gonna go find some lessons.
Okay, she's in her tent.
May's gonna obviously knock or whatever, not just gonna
Okay.
barge in.
Who is it?
It's May.
Alright, come on in.
May goes in.
Instant fade to black. Yeah, it's just instantaneous.
Yeah!
She gets up, moves towards you, grabs you, and then fade to black.
Entire hour.
Oh, it's an hour?
Yeah,
An hour intermission.
Elliott's going to take a short rest.
Okay. Whereabouts?
Actually, Elliott's going to spend 4 key points, 2 each, to do quicken heal.
Mm-hmm.
So I could roll. I'm just going to roll my martial die, which is a 1d6 plus 3.
Okay.
Of course, I roll a fucking 1 for the first one, and for the second one, I roll another 1. So he heals 8, and then he will go. He'll try to find a place to just kind of sit.
Oh, there's all sorts of places, like benches and stuff where people are just like relaxing and eating snacks.
He'll try to find like a solo lone bench, and he's gonna like go, cross-legged, and
Okay.
just kind of focus himself a little bit.
Cool.
Well, looks like it's just you and me, Madeliene. What did you think? Were you as entertained as I?
It was certainly a spectacle. Although you seem to enjoy yourself quite a bit with those snakes.
Oh, yes. Would you like to help me name them?
It's still there.
Yeah.
Charmed for
Cool.
24 hours.
Yeah. Well, all the snakes disappeared, so I wasn't sure.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. It is still there? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it can I can I touch it?
Oh, yes.
Very, very carefully reach out to pat, like touch its skin.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like a snake.
I don't think Madeline's ever seen snakes like this, except for like in her time in the jungle just
Yeah.
now. It's quite an interesting creature.
Oh, yes. They like it right under the chin.
Okay, you
And
know.
he starts off by just his hand is kind of cradling the head, and he does kind of one of these moves under the chin like that, and you see the snake's eyes kind of close and it like wiggle a little, and then he'll like take his hand away and let you.
And she does the thing. Fascinating.
I imagine the professor can tell if this is what the sex of this snake is, correct?
Whatever you want it to be.
All right. Say she. It's fine. Yeah.
What would you like to name her?
What about Winifred?
Winifred. Oh, that's a lovely name.
Wonderful. Hello, Winifred, for the moment.
And the professor, like, gauging that, maybe takes it a bit far and, like, guides it to be over onto Madeleine's shoulders.
She just stands there, like, stock still tickling it under the chin, like,
And you would
gosh.
you would realize very quickly that snakes are heavy.
Oh, my friend had a corn snake that was about 6 feet long growing up. I know.
Yeah.
This is like pure muscle, huh?
Oh, yes.
Madeliene is not a strong woman. Do they just sit there then? You just hang out with a snake on you?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay.
do you want to feed them?
Sure. I saw you give one an egg before.
Oh,
You
yes.
gave it
was
an
a
egg
small,
before.
It was a small egg. I have more from that ostrich egg. Really did me in for the whole day, so I got more eggs than I really needed.
And so he hands you the next egg up.
Right. There's like an egg in this hand and a head in this hand. All right. Eat the snake and egg.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Eliott,
Mm-hmm.
a figure sits down beside you. I just want to apologize for my attitude this morning.
It's the gentleman.
Yeah.
All is forgiven.
Give me a medicine check.
There it is. 17.
Just under his hairline, you can catch the brief outline of stitching.
So, like, yeah, okay. What's your name? Do you know you're from?
Mordant.
Oh,
Did I mean
You-
friendly again? Yeah.
yeah. Well, are you staying here? Within the carnival from now on?
I think that could be fun.
Yes. Anyway, I'm sorry for your loss.
What loss?
I think that might be for the best.
And he pulls down his shirt. You can see she is stitched into his torso, and she's just blinking and also blank. Basically, like Basket Case, the movie, the old school like.
Ooh. Well, never mind then.
I was told to come apologize.
I appreciate it. But I am...
I was told to give you something.
Yes.
And stabs you. No.
Shank.
The Lannisters send their regards.
Spoiler.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wow.
Maisie gonna die in what she's doing right now.
If that's the way that's the way I want to fucking go. Okay.
No, man. Yeah. That's how this character dies.
Snoo.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the snoozy.
Well.
Nope. Nope.
Not that.
You need to be hit with the stick.
Bonk.
What was I saying? Something was happening, and then Brittany just fucked it all up. Fuck.
The dude was giving me something.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. Fuck. He's giving you some I can't find it in my notes. The downside of over prepping sometimes. Here we go. Gives you like a piece of glinting stone / metal, like a shard. Like it looks like it belongs to something that was broken.
What is this?
You said you'll find them in the other domains. One's just like that.
Who? I find more shards like this.
Yeah.
Who said this?
And then just gets up and leaves.
Does it look familiar?
Remember when I said you'll had a vision of numerous things happening all at once when you're in the house, and you'll have like the same dream? It looks like a piece of that crown you all saw shatter.
I'm gonna put that in my... Adding this to my notes.
Are Madeliene and the professor doing anything besides playing with the snake?
I think we'd probably get snacks, right? I know you got your professor filled up on whatever, but we'll like start to collect like cotton candy and beaver tails and all sorts of carnival food. Because why not, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get some more eggs for the snake, whatever.
Mm.
We bond.
Yeah.
Bizarrely.
Okay.
Bizarrely.
So you're going back to the one snack tent?
Sure.
Okay. So you head to the snack tent. Not a lot of people in it. Around this time, you can get a sense probably people are starting at this point to head back to the... just to make sure their seats don't get taken. And you can see the turquoise-colored goblin with his greasy hair, patchwork clothes, bulldog. He's like, "Oh, you are back! Yes! Hello!"
Yes. Hello. We're
you want-
hoping for...
The special.
What's the special? Yes.
You want the special.
Sure. She looks at the professor, right? Is that what we want? I assume.
Oh yes, my curiosity is
second.
piqued.
And he like walks through the back flap of the tent. You can hear a. "Arrgh."
It's not what I was expecting,
A
but
minute or
alright.
so passes. He comes back with two like glass tumblers, like drinking tumblers, filled with milk. And then he grabs something from under the counter, sprinkles it in, starts putting some other stuff in there, like undescript like powders and stuff. You're a feels like a hammer, and you can sound him breaking something up with a hammer. And you see him sprinkling shards of ice. Blech. Woo! And then starts pouring like another liquid into the drinks and hands you these two tumblers full of milk, powders on top of the milk, which is suddenly frothed up, and it's the ice is melting because the milk's a little too warm because it's fresh, and two little straws made from cookie.
Oh my god. How much do I owe you?
They're free for the big top. Anyone who's paid to get into the big top gets them for free.
Oh. Why, thank you.
Oh.
I take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's warm because it just came out of the cow, so it's not even like pasteurized. It's just
Cheers.
it's got
Yeah.
alcohol in it.
Delightful.
The powders
Thank you.
the powders are cinnamon and
All
chocolate.
right. Let's give it a whirl.
Indeed. Try it.
Warm
Through the straw.
warm coffee liqueur milk with hints of chocolate and cinnamon.
Delightful.
As like a partial reptilian, I'm pretty sure he's lactose intolerant. So like,
Oh, this is delicious, but
I also have deviled eggs.
oh, you didn't want to like insult anybody or anything. So he was like away from the thing. So we're good.
No, he's still saying like, oh, and there's also deviled eggs. That's part of it.
Sure.
Deviled eggs and liquor milk. What a combo.
Listen.
And they're deviled eggs, but the mayonnaise is green, or like whatever the filling is, it's green. And the eggs
Is
are
it in like a little...
the eggs are black.
A little
And
boat
no, the eggs are black and kind of like gelatinous looking.
pickle.
Nope, century eggs.
Delightful. My tumbler and little container. Well, best head back.
For
Thank
the
you.
uninitiated, a century egg translates to preserved egg. It's a preserved egg, 100-year egg, 1,000-year egg, 1,000-year-old egg, millennium egg, skin eggs.
Oh,
It's a preserved egg. The yolk kind of becomes dark green to gray, and it's got a very creamy consistency. A strong flavor due to the hydrogen sulfide and ammonia present to it. The white becomes a dark brown, translucent jelly with a salty flavor.
This seems like the kind of thing Madeline would weirdly enjoy. And I'm not sure
Century eggs
why.
are great. I love century eggs.
Professor.
I'm gonna post a picture of a century egg if no one's ever seen a century egg before.
What the fuck? I love that.
They're so good.
That's so weird.
They're so good.
Oh my god.
They're like a Chinese delicacy. They're really, really good. It's
Hell
usually
yeah.
duck. Yeah, it's duck, chicken, or quail. These are duck eggs.
Nice. Yeah,
But turn into
Madeline's
a
all
deviled
here
egg.
for
So that green yolk has been turned into the filling for a deviled egg. He's like, enjoy the show.
Thank you. Let me head off. Is there like a tip jar or anything?
Yeah.
I'll tip a gold.
Okay.
Same.
Elliot, what are you doing? You've got like 30 minutes before the show starts again.
It's a problem with the characters that don't eat. Because I'm sitting here like, oh, this sounds so good, but Eliott would not be driven to that. Eliott is. Let's see. I don't really think Eliott's gonna really do much. I guess he'll make his way to the professor and Madeliene.
Okay.
Just try to find them.
Okay. You can
Do I
find.
still have a snake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
Until you like relent and like yeah, the professor would take her off.
You see
take
them
Winifred
drinking something and eating eggs. You're muted though.
What?
Oh, I thought you were talking. Okay, never mind.
No, I was trying to think of what Eliott would.
Oh. Okay.
Can we before we proceed in? Where's? Oh yes, she still has some time. He's gonna hold up the shard.
You all recognize it as a shard of the crown you saw break apart in your shared dream that you had in the house.
What does this mean?
I don't know who.
Going on a scavenger hunt?
Do we have to go more places?
So it would seem.
Haven't you already come from some places before?
Wait. How did you get that? Where did you get it from?
That rude gentleman and his partner from this morning. They underwent some transformations, and they delivered it to me, saying that he said I would find more in other domains. When I inquired who he was, there was silence, and that was it.
Would you mind giving that to me so I can study it?
Sure. He'll hand it over to the professor.
He'll bring the armor back up.
Okay.
Like, get the little data pad pops out the side.
All right, time to check the database. So
It's like
see what
the
we've
glint
got
of
here.
the glint of metal from this thing is like gold, and there's like flecks of like stone in it.
And he's gonna cast Identify
Okay.
ritually.
Not magical.
Cool. But also to see if there's any magic on it. Like, it doesn't have to be magical,
Nope.
but if there's
No
if
magical
there's any
affecting
spell
it.
on
No
it.
magic affecting it.
Okay.
Elliott's gonna pull out the potion that he was given by Terry. He's gonna offer it to Madeliene.
Oh, I mean, thank you. You're our healer, though.
Yes, I have the capability of healing. If I'm not able to get to you, then
Fair enough. No, thank you.
yes, if it's
Oh yes, and as far as we know,
the professor
these
probably
potions
should
are
have
the only
this.
thing that can heal you, Eliott. Yes. Wait, what?
No, my own abilities will be able to sustain me, but certain magics will not be able to affect me as they would you. But I think the professor should have that because I cannot deliver healing to the professor because of his predicament.
All right.
That's fair.
Sorry, Madeliene. I considered you, but yes, the professor is a special case as well.
Yes, you can fix me up easier than you can fix him up. It's certainly true.
Professor Milton Bradley, you can add a potion of supreme healing.
Hey.
I think. Wait,
Yeah,
that's the one that you
it was
said?
supreme
Yeah,
healing.
purple. Cool.
It's a good thing that the snake moved over to Madeliene because I just remembered that
Oh,
it probably
God.
hurt.
Oh no.
Oh no!
He learned how to turn that off.
Supreme healing, you said. Oh, why is that not?
Yeah, you have to do like a workaround. You can't just type in Supreme.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, got it.
All right, let's go take our
this
seats. If
This is a big one.
it is, we'll take our seats. And if mine decides to join before the event
We'll
starts,
save him a seat.
well, she may smell a little lingering effects. Could you make her smell
Yeah.
better?
I have that ability.
Then yes, we should save her seat.
Mhm.
When she
gonna
gets back,
finish-
she'll need her energy, so perhaps I can just give this drink to her.
What drink?
Oh,
This one, and he clinks with Madeliene.
What is that?
Oh, it's like a milk and coffee and other things. You can't taste, can you?
No.
No. Well, it's good at any rate.
I'm going to believe your word.
Hmm.
Professor, you hold on to that. Or do you want me to put it in my bag? That piece.
oh no, I've got it.
You sure?
Oh yes.
There are thieves here.
I'd like to see them get through this. Prang, prang, prang.
Because like when he takes the supreme healing potion, he just
Orphans, move over.
yeah.
Make room.
Make room, orphans.
Like me going to a club in my early 20s, just stuff
Yeah.
shit down my bra. Like,
Sneaking a soda can into a movie theater, and as the trailers start going, you're just like,
Oh, once upon a time.
So you all
Yeah, yeah.
return to the big top?
Yup.
Mm.
Okay, so 3 of you return to the big top. You save May's seat. May, do you return for the second half?
Nope.
Alright.
If so, me and Lesser.
Oh yeah, no, there's...
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's... Alright.
Yep.
So the 3 of you get there, and you can see the show's starting to begin. They close the entrance to the big top.
Gosh, I hope they're all right.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Professor thinks to his younger years. Kind of does this.
Mostly. I'll be fine.
I'll believe you.
You see Hermos come out again. Hope everyone's having a good... Where's Celessa? It's fine. Hope everyone's having a good night. Everyone's cheering and laughing and hollering. I'm not. I'm too drunk. That's fine. It'll make it more enjoyable. Ah. The next act. Terry would like to perform again. While the other act gets ready, the other act is not ready yet, so Terry will perform again. And everyone's like, okay. Eliott, you feel like movement under your bench, and Terry crawls out from under the bench. Hello, everyone, I'm back. What? Who wants to be my assistant next?
That little boy right there. He's gonna point to the kid that kept on mocking them. He told me after the show, or the intermission.
Sure. Don't even need to make a deception check. Oh, okay. And the kid goes, okay. And just scoops the kid up and puts the kid on his shoulders. Holding him.
Time to disappear.
Picks the kid up and puts the kid up on his shoulders and holding him by the ankles and just like skips towards the stage. The kid's laughing and clapping. And people are a little like, why is he? You can see some people, over, especially over in the. You can see that people have been here. You can tell people who've been here before. They look a little like.
Yeah, the professor will lean over, seeing them like that, and just like kind of be like,
Who's supposed to be performing right now? Instead.
Oh. Professor Pacali. From the House of Horrors.
Ah. Interesting.
And, for the next 30 minutes or so, Terry and the kid do, like, childish magic tricks that are very easy to do. And everyone can just kind of, like, I kind of know how that's done.
You know, gang, perhaps we should see about collecting mail and seeing what's going on with this other professor.
You can see the tent's been closed. People can't leave the tent right now during a performance.
oh,
I said the
okay,
door, the
so
slab's closed, so you can't leave the tent during performances.
okay, never mind. I guess.
Wow. Do all of you know?
And he'll just share the information that he just learned, that that professor is the one who's supposed to be performing at this time.
Odd. Well, after the show, we can check up on him, perhaps.
And as
Oh, yes.
Terry, while you're having this conversation, Terry brings the kid back, and he goes, and then he just stares at Eliott while he brings the kid back. And then then Terry takes his seat on the far side. And next up, Professor Pacali and his pickled punks. And that bespectacled, severely old, academic-looking professor comes out on stage, and he's waving at everybody. And he brings out this, like, massive specimen tank just full of floating growths, basically. And everyone's just like, whoa! Some of the kids are like, cool! Eat one! He's like, no, I won't do that. No. These are my pickled punks. And you can see he sucks at this. He's kind of like, you can see he like looks, he like pulls out like a cue card and looks at it. Pickled punks. Everyone's kind of like, what the? People are like, boo. No, I'm not going to do that right now. And people are like, what the fuck's he talking to? These are my pickled punks. Twitches a bit. These are my pickled punks. And you'll hear like a, and then a, and people are like, what the fuck is that? And you hear someone else say, no, someone just fell off of his back. And you can see something that resembles one of the growths in the tank crawling on the floor. And then it starts to grow a little bit. Sprout arms and legs and jagged teeth, and looks out at the crowd. And he's like, oh no. And then you see more of them start like off his body. And he's just like, everyone freeze! Don't move! This is part of the show. And one of them, you can hear one of the growths go, but it isn't. Yeah. And it leaps up and smashes the tank, causing the rest of these growths to spill out and start to grow and mutate and start lunging into the crowd and ripping people apart. And that's what we're going to pick up next session with combat.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
This is great.
The kid that you sent up, Elliott's looking at you while this is happening and licking a lollipop and just going like this to you. And you see something land on his head and just go.
Oh no.
Elliott's
Just
figuring
more hit
out-
points for the professor?
Sure.
Question mark?
Oh, yeah.
shit. This place was full of kids.
Is the armor is the armor up?
It is. The thing.
Yeah, he put it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he put the
Okay.
thing in his.
5.
Boob
Holy
chassis.
shit.
So the head is just ripped down the middle. Just... And that's what we're gonna pick up next week, fighting Professor Picali's pickled punks.
I'm fighting him.
Oh my god.
I mean, what?
Horrifying.
Well, May's gonna be too busy scissoring. So
Bag-
Getting her
Bag.
people's heads are getting blown up. May's just getting her back blown out. It's fine. It's great.
so
No!
yeah, we'll pick up there.
Yeah!
We'll pick up there next week with these 3 fighting the pickled punks. Perhaps we'll see. With a bunch of people in here getting ripped apart by these things, it's gonna be fun.